Hello, guys, and welcome back to XP to Profit and another episode. I think we are on episode 3 of RLCraft and the ORB strategy. We are going to, this is early morning, so my plan is to do the DEX opening range this morning, and then afternoon I will do the gold and maybe USDT. I'm still deciding. It depends on how we are um, going to trade now with the DEX. So, as you can see here, let me show you what happened yesterday. Sorry, the side. Okay, so this was the opening range we drew yesterday on the gold. So as you can see, it did consolidate. Unfortunately, we did take that loss yesterday. Hopefully today will be a better day. But as you can see, it did consolidate a lot in this zone. There wasn't really a breakout. It did, however, during the morning session, I believe this is Asian market open. It did, however, have the breakout to the upside this morning. So if we had a long, we would have done very good now, but it's not a valid trade anymore, or it wasn't a valid trade anymore after it took us out. Even with the consolidation, yes, it would have been difficult to say what direction it is going to go. With this strong push to the upside and this retracement, you can, and you would have been able to take the long here, but again, it could have gone any direction now. But at least for today, we have established a trend. That's on the 15 minutes. I'll drew the zone on the afternoon session again. On the half an hour, 1 hour, and 4 hour, we are turning a bit bullish. The half an hour, we are at a resistance now, and even on the 4 hour. So if you can see here, I just drew my new lines. So on the 4 hour, we are also on a resistance. So what I am expecting is for this thing to be rejected here, and then maybe come down during the day, let's say around about there, which is for 40, let's say 40, 35, around there, and then have a continuation to the upside, depending on the news and everything, I know. But it does seems like we are going to have a bit of a bullish run here. If it's going to turn bullish all the way, we cannot say. It's too early to say, but yeah, this looks promising for the ones that has long positions in the market. Okay, so for the DAX, so I'm going to do the opening range for the DAX on 5 minutes again. Yesterday we did the gold on 15 minutes, because normally the gold is very volatile, but yeah, yesterday it had no trend. It didn't have a direction, so we're going to do the 15 minute again today on the gold, just to have things a bit calmer, because the 5 minutes have the tendency to be very noisy, and it's very fast paced, and for me that plays the games and I'm doing the training as well, it can get a bit difficult, and to show you guys in time what is happening. The EA is still going. That this thing is running right through the night, and it's basically running 24/5, because you have 5 trading days in a week, so hence the word 24/5. So the opening range on the decks, this is the beginning of the range for the 5 minutes. So I'm going to put this red line here, and then from here I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, and that will have then I will adjust the yellow lines to the highest high or the highest point of that 5 candles, and the lowest point of the other line I will adjust it to the lowest point of that 5 candles. So I'll show you when we get there, and then I'll just add this little shape for you guys to see where the zone is at. Then we're going to wait for a breakout. The DAX, sorry, I'm just checking the charts here. I do hope for a break to the upside and the zone to stay here, then have the break to the upside, because if we can have that, I believe the zone will be actually on a very good support, or it will act then as a support. Okay. Let's see what's going to happen. If it breaks to the downside, the zone will just act as a resistance. So there's no real movement. A lot of movement currently. Okay, but it's fine. We will handle it if we get there. But first of all, let's have the range finished. Let's just have the markets finish the opening range for us. Okay, in the meantime, we are going to go back to RLCraft. I will keep you guys posted. Anyway, you can see on this monitor it is still going here, but I will keep you guys posted as we go along. Okay, so as you can see, we began where we left off yesterday. And I cannot remember what we needed to do. Let me just begin with filling my canteen and have it purified, so that I don't have to worry about parasites. I just want to store my lapis. Let's do it in the other chest here. Don't ask me why. This silex is fish I need in order for me to tame some of the beasts. So I am going to have to farm these silex meat or fish not too far from now, but we aren't there yet where we can, or I'm willing to trade tame a dragon or a beast. Sorry, not a dragon. We're not at the dragons yet. So let's see. Still XP. I just want to see if this is another thing that I do like, and I want to prioritize this actually a high within this playthrough, is if I get stardust or these shards of a heart, I can make. Okay, it doesn't show it to me now. Okay, but anyway, I can make like a heart like this, and I can consume that, and it permanently gives me an extra heart. So basically it just means more health for me. But in the meantime, I don't know if I want to go to the desert biome now. I think let's just stay here a while, and I can farm a bit more mobs for XP. Shit. Oh shit. So yeah, that is a thing. Some of these are very OP, like this. Luckily I managed to hit that fireball back to the spider. That's fine. I did see something with purple flames. So as long as it's not a spider, I'm fine. I should be fine. I did see you too. I need my health to regenerate. So please, Healy. Okay, let me just see. I'll just show you. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Sorry. It's not the correct time. From here. Okay. Sorry, my line was on the wrong place. So it's from there, it's 5. I'll take 5 candles then. So we can get the opening range and then hopefully get a profitable trade today. Okay, back to the game. And there is the purple flames I'm talking about. As long as that is a skeleton. The purple flames just mean it's one of the mobs that is OP AF. It's very fast, it's very powerful, so they are very dangerous, especially for somebody like me currently. Do I have... Okay, so this is what I've told you. We tend to hoard our XP. I have 10 XP points. And I'm going to spend those, because if I die there for some reason, I will lose half of the XP. Yourself. Okay. That didn't go as planned. Come on. I'm going to die. Luckily I got some... Oh, I need magic 2 in order for me to use that. I am very slow. It's because I think I'm going to die now. No. Just give me the XP slot. Okay, my healies are gone. Okay, let's go back. Just to maybe sleep. So if you sleep, you also do regenerate your health. But the best will be for me to get a nymph. I actually want to build a roof here. I'll expand that. That is just when the nymph spawn here, I want to try and get it inside my house. Give it the name tag and then it doesn't despawn. So it's always in my home. And in a scenario like this, I can just go home and it regenerates my health. We are still busy with the opening range. On the decks. Okay, I'm not finding any nymphs. When you need them, they are nowhere to be found over there. Or they fly away. When you don't need them, they are everywhere. Please come down. These... I'm not going to try and pronounce that word. But those are basically guardians of the little village and the villages. So they are nice to have around. I haven't had a event or something like that yet. It is coming eventually. Okay, so my health didn't regenerate completely, but at least it's better than it was. Hopefully now I can get you to give me 2 more hearts. Kom zo. To give me 2 more hearts, and then I have full health, like so, and then we can continue. Now I need to make a sword. Before we go, I need to make a sword. I am going to need to get some stone. But anyway, the events is coming. It is inevitable. I did some reading about the events and I think it spawns after a certain amount of hours in the game. So in a certain amount of gameplay hours, the events began. of begins. It begins. Okay, so the spider spawner is depleted. I don't want to knock them back too far, because if they get knocked back too far, they have an angle on me to shoot me through this gap. And believe me, they will. Okay, so the skeleton spawner is also depleted. Okay, now we are done with this farm. Okay, I can go to the upper level over there. I just need to have some blocks. Almost fell through. That is a spider spawner and just a spider spawner. I do have a bucket and some bread. That's fine. Maybe I should just take out the spider spawner. So I got 3 levels of XP for that. That's why I don't destroy the spawners, because if you farm them, you get a lot more experience by doing so. The only thing, or the problem, is you have a risk of dying. There is a way to call your horse, and I do not know how. I think there's a way. I think I read it somewhere that I can call my horse. So I know I have to go down here. Not now, please, not now. I have to go down here. There's iron. In order to mine iron. But you know, big, dark, spooky caves is really dangerous. In RLCraft. Why I'm saying that is, even if you're in the dark, if you're in pitch black darkness too long, it can kill you. Again, everything is trying to kill you. I made a chest full. I'll get to it. Okay. I have a lot of bones. Maybe I should go and tame some dogs. Oh, they will help me defend myself. And another thing I can go and do is to mine some stone while the sun is still up to get cobblestone. So RLCraft, you don't get cobblestone, you get rocks, and then you have to make cobblestone. like that. There is some blocks that if you mine them, it is, I think it's cobblestone. If you mine cobblestone, you will get cobblestone, but it's not like normal Minecraft or vanilla Minecraft, that if you mine rocks, you get cobblestone. And why I'm crouching every time is to pick up the items. Again, not like vanilla Minecraft, where it picks up everything automatically. I need to physically either pick it up or just crouch. And then I can pick it up. I think it's because there's a modification, not a modification, improvement, like a ring or amulet or something that then allows the character to automatically pick up items, I think. Okay, so we have two stacks of rocks, so I can do this, and then we have 33 cobblestone. Let's just give a bit more. So between my health and my food or hunger, you will see I have the thirst, which is the little blue bubbles or water droplets, and then okay, and then I have that little blue circle. That is my temperature. So I need to keep an eye out for the temperature the whole time. If it's blue, I'm cold, and if it's red, I'm hot, and that causes hypothermia or hyperthermia. Hypo and hyperthermia. Let me just see what's going on here. One, two, three. So we are starting to get a range here. The spread is a bit big for the tax. I don't know if it's because the markets are volatile these last couple of months or weeks, but like this, I can't say I've never seen the spread so big on the DAX, but normally this time of day or just before markets open, it tends to go down a bit, but maybe it will just before it opens. So that's not the complete range. I'm still waiting for that one candle to close, and then we will have the range, and we will see. It is on a support. Like I said, this is a support on the bigger time frames now, because it's resistance. Sorry, it is a resistance on the bigger time frames because it came from the bottom up. If it breaks through up towards upside, then this will become a support. But we'll keep an eye out. We have 3 more minutes to go, and then we wait for that final candle, which will hopefully tell us what we're going to do and what position we're going to take. I'm going to do also a 0.1 lot size, and depending, let me just show you guys. So I'm going to do a 0.1 lot size, and depending on this, yeah, this range is quite small. It just means that if the range is so small, it does have the tendency, and I know this about the DAX, and especially this method of trading or this strategy, is if the range is small like this, it tends to break out, and you take a long, for example, towards the upside. It's really quick to come down, hit your stop loss, and then go in the opposite direction. Or the candles can go through the range the whole time, and you can lose 3, 4, 5 trades after one another. So because of this strategy, we're going to enter a long when it breaks out to the upside, or a short when it breaks out on the downside. The stop loss will be on the opposite side of the range. It's just so frustrating because yesterday was a perfect example, but hopefully it does it again today. But we'll see. We have 1 more minute to go for this candle. You can see the spread is hectic. So the spread is just basically what the brokerage takes off the trade. Again, that's how I do understand it. So you have the market price, and then you have the asking price, which is the red line and the gray line. And then the difference, or this little gap here, is what the brokerage takes on your trade, basically. It is a floating spread, meaning it can go wider, it can go narrow or more narrow, and then it is basically a discount for you or more expensive for you. You do get fixed spread accounts. The reason why I'm not trading on those is that the layout, it's not the MetaTrader 4 terminal. So again, with the EAs and the indicators, and I know I can use TradingView, but then I have to convert my EAs to, I think it's Spine-Script of JavaScript. One of the two, I can't remember, but then I have to convert my EA to that language so that it can hopefully integrate cleanly with TradingView, and then I can activate a spread account or fixed spread account on TradingView. I will show TradingView for you because there is indicators on TradingView I'm going to use. So we're going to have a look on TradingView, but we're going to have to execute the trades on my MetaTrader 4 terminal. I'm just waiting for okay, so that is basically the range now. Again, this is also so that is the range. Okay, now we wait for my time, 9 o'clock, and we wait for London's open. That's a DAX, that's DA, that's German 40 or DE 40 DAX. You have different names for it on different on different terminals or platforms or brokerages, but it's basically the same. It's a DAX. I know of the DE40, that's the one that I have, and then you get the, I think, GIR 30, I believe. Again, I am not 100% sure. But nevertheless, this is the DAX, and we're going to trade it now. It's going to be 2 minutes, and then we'll see. I'll just wait a bit and talk nonsense for 2 minutes, and then we'll see what it's going to do. The trend is up. The trend is up. So I do have 3 EMAs. So that's a moving average. That's an exponential moving average. You get simple moving averages. You get exponential moving averages. You get smooth moving averages. But the EMAs, it's just everybody uses it. Most use it, and there's no specific reason why I'm using the exponential moving average and not the simple moving average, for example. It's just, I don't know, it's just because I read about it and I hear about the EMAs. I think it's just that I do have the tendency to use the EMAs, or the exponential moving average. So the trend is currently up on the 5 minutes. We have 1 more minute to go. Although correct terminology for trading is the trend is bullish. From this morning to now, it's bullish. You can see it formed a higher high, a higher low. So it's a high, then it's a low. It's a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So we are going to look for a long here, which is going to be, so if this is going to close, I need to wait. I need to execute the rules, because there we have some action. It just didn't close outside the opening range or the consolidation. I am leaning to take it long, maybe. I should have taken it. Yeah, I should have taken that one. And because the trend is up, everything is up. So that's the thing. If you need your rules to be in place. That is a must. But if you're stuck on your rules too much, and you want to execute your rules perfectly, then something like this tends to happen sometimes. Technically, this is a valid entry for a long, and because of this candle, it didn't close now just outside of my range. I hesitated because I was thinking of the rules. And although the trend is up, everything is up, I told you we can look for a long. I hesitated and I didn't take the trade. So I'm not going to react now and do a trade on FOMO or something like that. I'll wait for it to come and retest the opening range. If it does, great. It just means that the chances of me taking a loss now, it can become a bit bigger, because if it changes direction now, let's say for example, and I enter here, then it can go easily, or more easily it can go down and take me out. Let's hope for a retest of the zone. But yeah, that was a valid trade. I should have taken it. I didn't. Unfortunately, I hesitated. And now I have to sit and watch how I could have had a profitable trade. But again, that's trading for you. There will be other trades. That's the benefit of the markets, is that even if you do miss a trade, or even if a trade turns against you or the market turns against you, there will be more chances. I know when I started trading, I did have this tendency to have FOMO, and I was like, I'm going to miss the chance to make money. I'm going to miss it. I have to be in this trade. And that caused a lot of overtrading on my side. And what I've realized, and it's actually just common sense, but what I've realized is that the markets do give you more than one opportunity, maybe in a day, maybe in a week, maybe in 2 days, but it does give you more opportunities, especially if you have your strategy, you have your set of rules. Then people tend to say, okay, but now I've missed my entry, or like now, for example, that's fine. It's not going anywhere because the market's going up, but we still have New York open on the afternoon, and I'm going to do the gold there, and I'm going to do US30 there. So basically, and even the DAX now, it doesn't necessarily say I am out of the trade. I can wait for a retest of the zone and then take the trade. But again, I'll keep you guys updated. For now, we are going back to a bit of RLCraft. I do see that this video is getting long, and I am just taking into account that I have to continue this recording for the gold and for for US30. If I miss this trade, it is what it is. I did miss it, but if it comes back, I'll try and take it, and hopefully I can show you guys. But yeah, I think for now I'm going to end it. Just pause the video and the recording here, and we will continue on. Either if there's a valid trade coming, I'll show you, and if not, I'll see you this afternoon with a gold and a US30 setup, and hopefully we get the trades there. Okay guys, see you now. Okay, it does look like it wants to come and retest the zone. So I do have two choices now. I can either take the trade now, like now, because there is a bit of a support, or I can wait for candle confirmation. So if the candle closes inside the range, the chances that it will test this side is good. But because of the support, I am eager to take this trade maybe now. So I think I shouldn't hesitate. I'm going to take this trade, and hopefully it bounces back on the zone. So I'm going to take it there. I think it's a bit high, but we will give it a fair chance. So because I'm willing to take this risk, and I am willing to take it, I actually will take another trade if I see a clear rejection. It's because of this range that is so small. So just to give you a perspective, if this now hits my stop loss, it's 0.5% of my available capital. So I risk 0.5. So if I take another trade, then I'm at my 1% risk. So it means I can do the 1-to-2 ratio. I'm just waiting for this candle to either be rejected or if it closes back in the zone. But hopefully it does. This is a bet trade. It is a bit of a risk. I'm not going to lie. I have to wait for full confirmation. I didn't. Again, the reason why I didn't is because the risk is so small and the range is so tight. So it's a 0.5% risk, and in my opinion, I might as well take the trade because the trend is to the upside. I did see the support. I'm just hoping for a clean break to the upside to have all of this act as a really good support. So that candle did get rejected a bit, and now we will see what it's going to do now. If I'm going to, I am willing to risk 1%. So I might just leave this one. Sorry, I again have this tendency to overthink everything, and I just need to stay within the boundaries of my rules, but not too much, in a way that I like. Just now I missed the entry for the long because I am overthinking everything, and now I want to stay within the rules, and now I'm applying the rules so strictly to a matter that I don't take a trade that is a valid trade. But each to their own. When you trade, you will realize what your strengths and your weaknesses is. So that looks promising. So it did come and retest the zone. So let's hope for a continuation to the upside. Okay, I'll keep you guys updated. If not, I'll give you feedback on what happened on this trade when the recording continues this afternoon. Okay, hello guys. I know it's been a short time for you, but it is 3 o'clock and it's almost time for market open from my side. I just wanted to come online to show you quickly what happened this morning. So let me go to the screen. Okay, so the DAX with this trade. We were in the trade and I knew there was a support that was or is still currently on this zone. So we were in the trade. It came back to bounce on the zone or retested the zone, but unfortunately this candle over here came and it was basically a liquidity sweep. It came, took us out of the trade, and then as you can see it went up. So unfortunately that was a loss, the second loss for this strategy we are testing, but I'm still hopeful for it. It is still a legit strategy, and I mean, like I said, it's been how many times I've seen it, and it is profitable. It's just unfortunate that we got now 2 losses in a row, but we still have at least 2 more entries to go. We are going to take a look at the gold, the 15-minute gold. I am currently scouting for a possible entry on the gold. I just want to get my lines and everything here so that you can see. So I'm on the 15-minute candle. I am looking for a possible entry on this candle. Again, it is earlier than market open, so it's not completely entirely based on the strategy we are currently testing, but it's similar. It's just a bit earlier. If there's no trade coming, I will wait for market open, and then I would put the lines where it should be, again show you where the line should be, and then hopefully we get a trade on the gold today, a profitable one. And then I did bring up the US 30 chart as well, and yeah, we are going to look for a possible trade on US 30 as well with the same strategy, and that is going to be the ORB, the opening range breakout strategy. So just to keep you guys posted, that is what's happening this side currently. The game is still paused on where I left off, and on the EA side, just for interesting sake, so the EA side's not doing bad. I had a couple of good trades and a couple of bad ones, so I'm actually on break even for the day. To be honest, there was, I think, 2 trades two trades that I interfered. Unfortunately, again, I am working on it, so please just bear with me. I will try really hard not to interfere, but it is doing good. It's not doing bad. It's not wow, but it's actually, at least it's something. It's doing something for me while we wait. Okay, so I just had to give you an update, and I will look for a entry now, and if there's anything coming, I will let you guys know. For now, I'm going to pause the recording again because we still have some gameplay and more trading to do. Okay guys, see you now. Okay, we have 1 more minute to go, and then I will look for a possible trade on the gold on this side. Again, it is before market open, so if I take the trade, I will keep my stop loss very tight. So while we wait, I can get the game ready. Okay, there is the candle. Let me just move the lines there. So this is before the market open. I just want to clarify that's before the market open. I will redraw the lines or the zone before the market or with the market open. This is just something for me to keep myself busy and to see if I can get a valid trade, possibly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check the 4-hour chart, which is this one. I drew my lines again this morning. I think I can't remember. I think I did it in the video. But I did draw it. So it is a bit difficult to say. I think it might come down still. It might come down and maybe touch this even a bit lower. Let's say, what's that? 40.29, around there. Or 40.38. Okay, but nevertheless, that's something else. Okay. But based on this strategy and the chance that I'm going to take here, so I'll just see how big is this. It's $7. So it's not that big. I'm sorry, I think, yeah, one of my dogs is at my door and they want to come in. It is a older one, so she does lie with me while I record. I'll open for her now. Okay guys, I'm just going to pause it for 2 seconds. Okay, I am back. Okay, I don't think we're going to get a valid entry here. So I think the best will be to wait for market open. I don't know why I am looking for trades here. It's something that I've seen when I looked at the charts. Sometimes there is a valid trade coming there. But yeah, we will wait for market open, then it's in 10 minutes. So I will pause the video, or maybe we can do some gameplay while we wait. I think we should do that. Okay, back to the game. Let us load in. Again, I am going to check the monitors every time it moves. Okay, regarding excuse me. I see I have 14 skill points that I can, or XP that I can spend. So defense. So now I can go and I can get some iron armor and attack. Yeah, I want to do, let's do 6. And then I'm going to concentrate on mining, because it's now all fun and games to have the ability to wear iron armor, but I can't mine iron, not yet anyway. Let's make a pickaxe. Going to store my buckets and my healing salve. I do have berries and that's fine. Okay, there is a blacksmith somewhere. I think there is some iron armor. Let me just see. It's a leather worker. Ew, the lag. There's something that's spawning now. I believe, because normally when it lags like that, it's something that's spawned in. I just can't remember where the blacksmith is. Okay, this guy is running around. I'm trying to avoid being out at night, because when the mobs spawn, they do tend to kill my villagers, or the villagers, and I do not want the villagers to be killed. What is this? Sorry. Okay. XP, XP, XP. So we have 8 more minutes to go. And then we can start looking at the range. I think the US 30 is going to be the most difficult one. I am going to do that one on the 5 minute, and because of that it's going to be very fast pace, and I think I should wait for especially the US 30 to come and retest the zone, and then we'll trade on the continuation. So this is something that hunts me. I do not know why. Well, not hunt, but it tends to... It wants to kill me. And there is no reason. It leaves everything else, but it comes after me. I can... But if I stand here, it will hit the villager. And hopefully, the guardians will come to the rescue. Okay, that plan didn't work. I'm just going to leave him. I'm going to die? No. I'm not. Okay, I need to find a healy. I still have to build my roof here. I'm going to make it out of dirt. And I know it is ugly, but I'll change that up later. I just want to get something to heal me. And then we'll go and get more XP. And then I can hopefully start mining iron. And when I'm fully kitted out with iron, we can go and explore a bit further so that we can at least make some progress. Even now, I can show you. I need mining 4 in order to mine iron blocks. But there's a whole world out there to explore. Another thing I'm just scared of is that if I explore too far, there's another one. If I explore too far and they render in a dragon, and if the dragon renders too close to the village I'm currently at, I might lose the village. Not might, most certainly will lose the village. Because the dragons are relentless in this game, and it's one blast of their breath or whatever, or a fireball, and then I die. And it says I am turned into KFC. Oh, another thing. That is one thing when I just familiarized myself with RLCraft. Okay. It's one of those days again. I happened to stumble upon a night vision ring, and I do have to say that thing helps a lot, especially in the caves and at night. We'll see that it can get really dark, but with the night vision ring I can see everything. It's not difficult to make it, it's just I don't get the materials everywhere to make it. So this thing over here, this wisp, it does give me a buff, a temporary buff for night vision, but it's too high for me to see and to get that. Now let me go to the markets quickly. You can see this candle formed quite nicely to the downside, as I predicted. I think on the 4-hour chart I believe it's going to test that support there. So we are on market open. I just want to expand these or change them back so that we can only have 2. I am very inclined to take a short here. I believe that's the right terminology. Okay, but nevertheless, let's draw that one here on US 30. We'll see what it does, and then I'll take the trade in whichever direction it chooses to go. I am really inclined to take this trade here. And this is now the point that I'm overthinking everything. I am getting some lag, which is not a good thing. think that's on my side. I think that's server side. Okay, so again, I'm overthinking the situation. I had to go for this sell here because this candle did close outside the range that I am keeping in mind. So that is the range, and I believe that is another trade I missed, opportunity. But according to the strategy, it's not what we have to do. We have to wait for the first 10-15 minutes to form, and then I just think I would have been in the trade earlier there. But the 5 minutes on US30 is going to be done in 3 minutes. And then we will see if we can get a valid trade here. Let me just look at the chart. So we're definitely at that got rejected here at this resistance. On the 1 hour we are bearish. Where is this one? Okay, on the 4 hour we turn bearish as well. And the way I see it as the market structure, it's that just normal higher highs and higher lows and lower lows and lower highs. That is basically how I determine what the trend is. I will look at each time frame and just quickly scout the trend and to see if I can identify support and resistance within the chart. You can get very technical about that, but for me it's just I'm just scanning through it. I think the more you do it, the better you will get. I mean, that is basically ultimately what everything comes down to. Practice makes perfect. So the more you do something, the better you get at it. So we need to learn to get and to be better when it comes to market analysis. Okay, so that is more or less the 5 minute range, opening range on US Tech. No, not US Tech, US30. It's quite big. It's bigger than what I would like. But I think we'll still take the trade if there's a valid trade coming. So this is now the thing for the 5 minutes. It's very fast. So I need to sit ready now for the trade. I'm still deciding if I'm going to wait for breakout and then maybe retest and then take the trade. But we'll see. The gold is still drawing its opening range on the 15-minute candle. Yeah, we will see what happens there. So I'm going to take this away. And we'll wait for that 15-minute candle to close. On the EA side, nothing is happening. Yeah, there's no triggers of some trades. So we will wait. This is now a waiting game. So we do have a very strong candle towards the downside on US30. And that is in line with the bias. The market bias is down. We did have this lower low and the lower high testing this resistance. Bounced off that, so we are looking to create a lower low over here, maybe, but this is the 1 hour. Otherwise, it will, on this candle, it can be an indication that the buyers are getting control of this market again. Again, this is just very fast analysis, what I can see. So we will see what the market does. Currently, the range on the gold is about $10, which is not bad. It ultimately means I get to have one trade on each. Then I will risk 2% of my available capital. And with the loss this morning, that was 0.5%. So in total, if I take all of the losses today, hopefully not, but then I would have risked 2.5% of my available capital. We are very much hoping for a win or two, because I am in I have done 2 trades and both of them got stopped out. The DAX was just, that was ridiculous. Honestly, it was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful entry. It's just this candle. This candle came and swept my stop loss out and went back up. But anyway, that is, again, like I said, all of this is a part of trading. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. If you can get your win streak on like 50 to 60%, and you keep going on a 2-to-1 risk R&R, risk versus reward ratio, then you will be profitable. But our goal is to do better than 50% at least. So I need to have 2 profitable trades now, then we are at 50%. So this might be a chance for a short on US 30. I don't have a full candle closure. Again, I'm now overthinking it and I'm missing the trade. And now I want to react, which is not the best thing to do. Sorry guys, it is very frustrating sometimes. I do frustrate myself sometimes a lot. Okay, so let's see what it does. If it comes back to retest, then we'll take that trade then. It is somewhat difficult to to talk, to keep an eye out for everything, to keep in mind the gaming, to listen to the noise around me, and yeah, to check the charts and everything. Even that everything on my operating system is running good, so that you guys can see, I know what you guys see. So it's just difficult to juggle that sometimes. But again, this is the beginning, and we are and will get better with the layout. It is as new for me as it is for you guys. But hopefully we get a retest on the zone and then a continuation to the downside. Long-term trend, or the high time frame, is the trend is downwards. It's bearish. So hopefully we just get a retest and then a continuation. This would have been a good trade. I think that would have been almost a 1-to-1 ratio, yeah. So what would have happened now is that either you can take 50% of your position size, which means it's break even basically, and you still have the position open for further downside continuation, or you can move your stop loss to break even, and then you would give it a chance. I do like the fact that you can close 50% of your position size. So I see the gold is going down here, and I believe this is, let's enter this trade of the gold now. Hopefully it closes there. Okay, so I'll take that. That's about 12 rand. Opposite side. I might be a bit early on this trade, but we'll never know if we don't take the chance. If this candle is going to pull back, I am going to be a bit upset. So that is basically a 1 to 2 R&R, risk to reward ratio. I will move my stop loss. Okay, that close. Okay, so technically speaking, this is now a valid trade on the gold side. While I was busy with this side, I've missed this candle here. Okay, but let's leave it and then continue with some gaming, and I'll keep you guys updated. I'm going to set an alarm here. If this thing comes back to retest the zone, it will hopefully notify us, and that can be now. Let's see what it does. Okay. Sorry guys, I am just looking and analyzing as far as I can. We are on a small support here, what I can see. Yeah, it's a, hopefully we get the breakthrough. I might be doing this wrong. Again, it's everything is a learning phase for me as well as for you guys, and some of you that's watching, you are very good at trading and you know this strategy very well. Feel free to leave some advice, what we can do and what we shouldn't do. This is just, I identified the strategy and the rules of engagement, and I'm trying to keep, as far as I can, keep within the boundaries of the rules. But I am somebody that tends to interfere a lot. But I'm working on it again. I'll keep an eye on this US30 and we'll see. I can put in a sell limit. Okay, let's give it time. Let's play a game so that we can get our minds off what's happening with our trades. I really do. I'm looking for you to heal me. Please. Just heal me. Okay, so there. Oh, that was very loud. That is this. That is the alert that's going off. Ay, ay, ay. I really do hope we have a profitable trade today. Because there is other indicators we can run, like the CCI and the RBI, and there's a lot of indicators that we can run with the strategy and to see if it's oversold or overbought. But I'm going to take this trade. I know I'm not waiting for confirmation, but I am going to take this trade because the higher time frame trend is downwards. The gold is pushing back into the zone or the consolidation zone. Hopefully it rejects it and comes back down towards our TP. I will take this TP of US30 and put it there here at the lowest point of yesterday. And I'm confident in both trades. It is difficult to keep the confidence, especially when your stop loss gets triggered, like the DAX this morning. I mean, the DAX was a good trade. The stop loss, yeah, it might have been too tight, but that's just so unfortunate. Honestly, it's very unfortunate, and then it's irritating and frustrating, and it does get my blood boiling. So what I can do now, so we are almost on a 1-to-1 ratio with US30. So what I can do now is I can move my stop loss to break even. So it is a valid trade then. Hopefully the gold follows the trend of US30. This is quite a big rejection. So it tells me that the bears is stepping in. This is always a war between the bulls and the bears, and it's like it's very interesting. It's the way I see it. If it's like when you were a child, you play tug of war with a rope, and every time I'm looking at the markets like this and see the candles up and down, I see that picture in my head of tug and war, the bulls and the bears that pulls the rope or the markets towards one side or the other. The gold did look promising now for a second, but now it wants to go up again. And the same with this USDT. I am going to try and close just a portion of my trade. I do not know how to do that. Otherwise, I will figure it out. Modify. No. And I'm scared if I say close here, it's going to close the trade. Should we test it? Let's test it. I think it's going to close it. I think it closed the trade. And now I somehow have lag on all of the platforms. I think this is my side. I think this internet is my side. Let me just see here. There we go. Okay, so it did close the trade. Yeah. It is on my side. The internet is very, 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 very slow. I did see it before I started the recording again, but what can you do? Okay, back to the game. So unfortunately, we are out of the trade now for US30, but we did make 8 rand. Which is not bad. I just hope the gold is playing with it. It turns in our favor. Okay, let's go back to the game. Otherwise, we will never go or have any progress in the game. I just want you to heal me. Is that so difficult? The moment I climb the tree, it decides to go down. Okay, so the gold is pushing up. So we are hoping for a rejection at that price now. On the EA side, it's still nothing. Again, there's a wisp. Give me night vision. There we go. You see it? Now I have night vision. I am also glowing, but with a night vision ring, I don't have that glowing effect. It's just this, everything becomes bright. And what I'm talking about, the glowing, no. How do I, no, oh shit. No. Sorry guys, I am... I do hope everything is still fine. What is the over? Okay, it's F5. So you can say I am glowing. Am I invisible? No. They're just glowing. Okay, I'll edit it. Edit that. Just want to make a note quickly. Just give me. Okay, guys. Sorry. We are back. We didn't do much today regarding the gameplay. I got damaged and I got healed. That is basically, in a nutshell, what happened in this game, in this day in RLCraft. And the trade is still going. I am hoping for a rejection. 2 minutes to go. And I'm so scared for another liquidity sweep. It feels like it's the perfect opportunity. There's a lot of theories out there that the institutions, they hunt your stop loss and they know exactly where your stop loss is and all that stuff. But every guy, they have their opinion. And I don't know what to think about that. I don't know if they will bother themselves with little day traders like us. But on the other hand, technology is so far developed that who knows? Is there not an AI that can tell them where the most of the liquidity or stop losses is? I mean, it's basically, is it not just liquidity? I have no idea. I have no idea. But it's a rabbit hole I'm not going to go into. Okay. I really need to get some experience. I was looking at I was looking for the blacksmith, his house. There was definitely iron armor in there, but what I can do quickly to get another XP point is hopefully get it on coal. But I need a lot. Okay, so the gold did form a new candle. It is inside. Let me just show you quickly. It is inside the opening range zone. But guys, I made a mistake. Okay, I made a mistake. For some reason, every time I forget to move this red line on the time frame or the time it needs to be. For some reason, I thought that candle was done, but now I see that is actually the range. Yeah, so I made the mistake. That is on me. completely. So hopefully it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good currently. So hopefully it does turn in my favor. I am not going to react now, but yeah, that is 100% on me. Ay, 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 ay. Well, here's to hoping. Okay. Sorry, it was my dog at the door, so I just opened the door for her. So that is very unfortunate that I made this mistake now. And I wouldn't have taken this trade if I didn't made this mistake. So it's going to, I believe it's going to take me out. Even on US 30, we have a big push to the upside. It is now at a resistance, a smaller resistance. So we will see if it's going to break through or not. Yeah, I have no words currently. It is a stupid mistake I just made. But it's a lesson. So we will make sure in the future that we are on the correct time. Even on... Oh, okay, that was luck then. Even on the... to give you an idea, I made the mistake actually twice. Even on the US 30, that's the line. Okay, but that was on the 15 minutes. Okay, no. Okay, sorry. No, US 30 was correct. That was the 5 minutes. Okay. I've got taken out on the gold. But that is, I can re-enter the trade. I just want to see what this candle is going to do. So let's try. I'll make my notes later. Let's see what it's going to do with this candle. If it closes above that candle or that line, the range, we can look for a long. What I do realize is that we had a very consolidating market yesterday on the gold, so it moved sideways a lot, even with market open. And although on Asian Open this morning we got the big pull towards the upside, but there's not really any momentum in the gold currently. Okay, so US 30 has a valid long. It did close above the zone, so there is a opportunity to go long. It will be against the trend on the main or the higher time frames, so I am scared of taking a long. But on the 1 day time frame, and that is a very, very high time frame, it is actually bullish. That's interesting. But yeah, that is a valid entry for a long on US 30. I did take the short. Luckily I took out my trade. gold, I made a mistake, and we'll see what's going to happen with the next candle. Guys, this video is already 1 minute and 45 minutes. 1 hour and 45 minutes. I think I'm going to pause here. We didn't do a lot of gameplay, and I am seeing that as something that's going to reoccur. Why is there so many mobs out here? Okay, so I am seeing that game progress is very slow. What I'll do is I'll still do the gaming and the trading during the week, but just to catch up with some of the gameplay and progress, I will do like a grinding session over the weekends. So I would either record everything for you guys or some of it and edit it so that you can get up to date where we are regarding the game. We will see how far we get at the end of this week. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to call it for the gameplay now here. We will... Let me just show you the marketing for the last time. So we do have this valid entry here. We'll see what's going to happen with US30. This candle still needs 4 minutes to pass in order for it to be either valid or invalid. I'm not going to take the trade if it's back in the zone, but I might take the trade. I might take the trade if it closes back. I'll stand by and continue the video if that is the case. I think anyway I'm going to wait for a retest of the zone, because I did make that mistake now. So I'm going to wait for a retest of the zone, and then hopefully on the continuation I will check if there's a valid trade. If there is, I will bring you guys back. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow, where we will do the DAX again, the gold again, and US30 again. Progress is slow in gameplay and actually in the trading as well, but it's baby steps. It's one step at a time, and we'll see how can we improve on this whole strategy. Okay, but anyway guys, I am going to leave it here now, and then I will bring you back when there's hopefully a potential trade, or I will see you tomorrow. So thank you for joining. Like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, sorry, I'm looking at the monitor again. If there's any questions or suggestions or improvements I can make, please feel free to leave a comment. I will have a look, and then we can improve everything together. But anyway, thank you guys, thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow and on the next video. Okay, bye bye.